Welcome to Excel tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my customer relationship management tracker in Excel. So with the help of this CRM tracker, you can completely track all your leads. So who are going to be your clients and in which stage they are, like whether they are in the prospect stage or in the demo stage, you'll be easily able to track it. And also all the communication log, you'll be easily able to track over here. And it also comes with the dashboard. So you can easily find out like how many clients are there and which stage they are there. Easily you'll be able to find out. So first I'll show you how the CRM tracker is going to look like. So here is how my CRM tracker will look like. First, in this sheet, I have the opportunities. So you can see what is going to be the name of the project, what is the status, the loss reason, and who's going to be the client, company. All these details we'll be having over here in the opportunity sheet. Next, I have the communication log. So in the communication log, when we are going to try to communicate anything to the client, so all those communications are actually captured in this particular communication log. So for example, through which channel interaction has happened, so for which opportunity and who's going to be the account manager, everything easily we'll be able to keep a track of it with the help of this communication log sheet. And also we can add remarks like what communication was done on that particular date. Next, we have the dashboard. So here we have the complete dashboard. What are the potential opportunities, like the total open opportunities, potential opportunities, and how many contacts are available, and what was the total number of interactions, the communication log of interactions happen. So everything we'll be able to see over here, and also it comes with some required graphs. So like what are the status tracker, lead, from which source we are just trying to get the leads. So all these things we'll be able to easily see it with the help of this particular dashboard. So I'll teach you from scratch how you can actually create a CRM tracker like this. Let's get started. So I opened a new Excel and then named the Excel sheet as a CRM tracker. So here I'll go and name the sheet as opportunities. So here I'll come to the top and then I'll just try to select these two rows completely over here, and then I'll say opportunities. I'll try to increase the size of this. I'll make this bold, and also let me just try to fill this with the color. So next is I'm going to have a table over here, like to track all the complete list of all the opportunities, whatever I'm going to get. I just want to keep a track of all those things with the help of this opportunity sheet. So here, let me try to have the column names. So first I'll have the name of the project, then the status. I'll try to have next, I'll have the loss reason. Then I'll have the stage. So which stage that particular client is, and then I'll have the account manager, then I'll have the priority. Next I'll have the company name, so for which company we are just going to do, and then from which source we have got this particular client. Next we'll have the deal value, so what is going to be the value of the deal, and then what is going to be the probability of closing this particular deal. Then I'll also have the project close date. So when we are expecting to close this particular project, then at last I'll have the remarks or comments. So these are going to be the important columns which we are going to have. So I'll just try to increase the width of these columns over here. So I'll select the complete header over here. So this is going to be the header. So I'll just try to completely select it. I'll increase size, make this bold, and also let me try to fill this with the color. And I'll also center align this one. So here we have the complete table over here. So next is that we can try to go and enter what are all going to be the opportunities I'm going to have. So let's try to enter like 2-3 opportunities over here. So let's say first I'm going to have an opportunity for product design. Let's say I'm going to have an opportunity for product design, and what is going to be status of this particular opportunity. So here what we can do is we can actually try to have a drop down over here for the status. So it will be easy for us to select it. So to do that one, so we can have for stage, which stage they are there, and then even for the account manager we can have the drop down. Then for priority we can have the drop down, and for source also we can have the drop down. So all these values we'll just try to have a drop down. So to do that one, I'll just come a little bit to the right hand side. So here I'll say first is going to be my status. So for status, what are all going to be the different reasons, I can just try to list it over here. So what are all going to be the drop down I want? I can just try to list it over here. So I'll say whether the status is going to be open, or we can say whether it's closed, whether the deal is lost, or we can say it's on hold. Okay, so these are going to be the different status. Next is we have after status, you can see we have the stage, right? So which stage that particular client is. So even for that, we'll try to have a drop down. So here I'll just try to list down what are all going to be the options. So here I'll say they can be in the lead stage, or we'll have them as a qualified stage. Then we can have whether they are in the demo stage, then proposal stage, and last is going to be like the closed. So we have closed that particular client. So all these are going to be the different stages we'll have. So next, after the stage, we have the account manager. So account manager also, we can just try to have the drop down. So I'll say account manager over here. So let's say we are going to have John is going to be one of the account manager, and then Albert is going to be another account manager, and then Sam. So these three people are going to be the account managers. We'll have it. Next is we'll have the priority. So a priority, we can have like three different kinds of priority. So I'll have low priority, medium, and high priority clients. So these are going to be three priorities. So after priority, I have the source. So from which source we have actually got this particular client. So I'll say source. And below I can say through social media. Then we can have website. Then we can have LinkedIn. Through LinkedIn, we have got the client. So like this, we can even have multiple source. Even we can have networking. So or referral. So these can be different source, whatever we want. We can just try to add it. So now what I'll do is I'll just try to go and actually create a drop down for these things. So I'll go to status. I'll go to data validation over here. I'll click data validation. So here I'll say a list. For status, I'll go and select the 4 status over here. I'll give enter and then OK. So here I have the status. So I'll just try to completely fill it over here. So you can see I'll get this is going to be status. Next is we have stage. So even for stage, I'll try to go on, create the drop down. I'll go and create a list. I'll click source, and then let me try to go and select the complete stage over here. So I'll give OK. So here I'll get the stage. So let me just try to flash fill this over here. Next, we have the account manager. So for that also, I'll go to data validation. I'll create a drop down. So I'll go and select the 3 account managers I have. So here I'll get the drop down. So I'll just try to flash fill this completely. Next is I have the priority. So a priority also, I'll go to that data validation and I'll create a list. I'll go to and I'll select the 3 priorities over here. So if you want more priorities like low, like very low, very high, like that also you can create multiple priorities. So I have filled it till here. Next is we have the source. So for source also, I think we have listed down the different sources, right? So I'll just try to go and select this and I'll give OK. So here we have the source. So I'll just try to flash fill this one. So here we got. So now I can say that the product design, it's going to be, the status is going to be, let's say it's open. So it's not lost. Only if it is lost, we need to have the loss reason, or else no need. So the stage, we can say that it's in the qualified stage, and the account manager, let's consider it's going to be Albert is going to be the account manager, and the priority is going to be medium priority. So we can have the company name. So I'll say ABC Tech, and then from which source we have got this one. So let's say from networking we got, and the value. So all this completely, the value is going to be in US dollar formatting. That's nothing but the currency formatting. So I'll just format it to US dollars. And let me say the value is going to be like $32,000 over here. And what is going to be the probability? So the complete probability is also going to be in percentage. So I'll say percentage over here. And let me say the probability is going to be like 70% probability to close the project, and project close date. Let's say like we want to close this project on 25th by 25th September 2025. That's going to be the project close date. And then any remarks if you want, we can just try to add it. So I'll try to go and add one more opportunity and then I'll just try to show you. So here, the next opportunity, I'll say that they need to run an ad campaign. So that's going to be the next project. So I'll say this project is going to be like on hold. So we'll have what is going to be the status after demo. Let's say it's on hold, and the account manager is going to be Sam, and we'll consider this as a high priority project. And the company name, let's say XYZ Tech. And from where we got, let's say from website, we have got this client, and the value is going to be like $56,000, and the probability, let's say it's going to be 50-50 probability. So let's say the project closing date is going to be 20th September 2025. So like this, we can just try to list down all our opportunities over here. So this is the place where we can actually try to list down all the opportunities. So whatever client you have, you can try to list down all the clients. You can like filter them by the priority wise, then the stage wise, the status wise, everything you'll be easily able to actually filter the clients easily if you try to have all these client details in this particular sheet. So next is I'll go and create another one sheet that's going to be the communication log. So in this communication log, what we are going to do is whenever we are just trying to go and like contact the client, we need to like add the communication log in this particular sheet. So I'll go and say merge center. So here I'll have the title as communication log. I'll try to increase the size of this. So I'll make it bold, and also let me try to fill this with the color. So here we will be having a table. So for the title of the table, let's say I'm going to have interaction. Then I'll have the opportunity. So for which opportunity they are just trying to have the conversation. Then I'll have the account manager. Then I'll have the priority. Then I'll have who's going to be the contact from that particular company. I can just try to have it. And then the date when it was contacted and the remarks, we can have it. So these are going to be the different columns over here. So I'll just try to adjust the width of these columns. So I'll completely select the header. I'll just try to increase size, make this bold, and let's try to fill this with this color over here. So also we can just try to make this center line over here. So here we can have the interaction. So interaction can be through different channels. Like let's say it can be through a call or an email, or it can be even through WhatsApp or like a Zoom meeting, anything. It can be of a different types, right? So we'll try to have a drop down for this particular interaction. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a drop down. So let me say call, then I'll have whether it's going to be through email or it's going to be through like in person, or whether it's through LinkedIn chat or through WhatsApp. So these can be some of the different channels for the interactions to happen, right? So I have completely given this over here. So here I'll go and try to create a drop down. So I'll click this one, I'll go to data, I'll go to data validation. So here I'll select the list, and then here I'll completely select the range. So this is going to be the range. So I'll select, I'll press enter, and then I'll give OK. So here you can see now I'll get what is going to be the interaction channel. So I'll just try to completely flash fill. So here you can see I'll get this going to be the interaction channel. Let's say email is going to be the interaction channel. Next, we need to have the opportunities. So the opportunities are nothing but the projects, whatever we have listed down over here, right? So that's going to be the opportunities. So for that also, we can try to have a drop down. So I'll go to data validation. So here I'll go and have a list. So I'll say, I'll go and try to select the source. So I'll go to the opportunities, and then I'll completely select this till here, and then I'll give enter. So here it asks me for ignore blank. So if I say ignore blank, then what will happen is that it'll just try to ignore the blank cells, whatever we have. Okay, so now I'll give OK. So here you can see I'll get these two allow. Okay, so even though we have many blank, so only these two are the opportunities. So if I try to go and add another opportunity, automatically it will be seen over here. So here also I'll just try to completely flash fill. So let's say email, for product design, and who's going to be the account manager? So the account manager. So for this also, we can just try to have a drop down. So I'll go and select data validation. So I'll select list. So here we have the account managers, right? So these are going to be 3 account managers. So I'll select enter and I'll give OK. So I'll just try to flash fill. So here I'll select who's going to be the account manager. Let's say Albert is going to be the account manager. And what is going to be the priority? Same thing. Whatever we have done, 3 priorities we have, like high, low, medium, right? The same 3 priorities, we can have this as a drop down. So I'll click list and then I'll go and select here. We have the priorities. So I'll just try to select enter and then I'll give OK. So I'll completely flash fill. So here I can just have the priority. So for this particular communication, what is going to be the priority? Okay, so that priority is different. This priority is different. So here I've given it as medium priority and then contact. So for this particular opportunity, whom are we going to contact? So let's say Kiran, we are going to contact, and then which date it was contacted. Let's say 15 September 2025 was contacted, and for what we have contacted. For a demo call, email has been sent. So like this, we can just try to have all the communication listed. So let's try to go and do one more communication. So I'll say LinkedIn, and then it's for which opportunity. So let's say for ad campaign, and then the account manager is going to be Sam. So let's say it's going to be high priority, and the contact whoever is going to be the contact over there. Let's say William from the client side, and which date. So let's say 16 September 2025. And then for what? It's a follow-up message on LinkedIn. So we're just trying to follow up on the sale for this particular opportunity. So like this, you can just try to list down all whatever communication you're just trying to make with any of the client. You just try to list down all these over here in this particular complete communication log sheet. Next is we'll try to go and have a dashboard. So I'll try to go create another one sheet and then let's name this as dashboard. So here I'll just try to come and select the cells over here and let's try to merge center this one. So here I'll say dashboard and let's try to increase the size of this. So this is going to be the title. I'll make this bold and also let me try to fill this with the color over here. So below this one, first let's try to have some key pointers. So I'll just try to completely select these 3 cells over here. I'll copy and paste this. So like this, I'll just try to have some important key pointers. So I'll have one over here. So I'm just trying to have these key pointers over here. So first, let's say that we'll have like total contacts available. So that's going to be the first key pointer. Next is we'll have the total interactions. Then we'll have the total lost opportunities. So here we'll have the high priority opportunities. So then we'll have the potential deal value. So whatever is going to be the potential deal value, so that we'll have it. And then we'll have total account managers. So how many account managers we have. So these are going to be the complete key pointers we are going to have. So I'll just try to completely select it. I'll increase size and let's try to make this bold. And also we can, if you want, we can even wrap text. So I think here you can see some parts it's automatically going. So maybe we can just try to little bit reduce the size and then keep it at this size. Also, we can draw all line border over here. So for this, and let's try to color all these with the same color. Okay, so here we have it. So now if I want to have the total connects available, so I just need to go to opportunities and how many contacts I have. I just need to count it. So here I'll be using the formula count A. I'll open the brackets. I'll go to opportunities and then here I'll completely select all the opportunities over here and then I'll close the bracket. So here you can see 2 are the total contracts available. Here is the total interactions. So interactions are nothing but on a communication log. So how many ever interactions are happening between the client. So that's the interaction. So here I'll say is equal to count A. I'll open the brackets. I'll go to the communication log and then I'll completely select this over here and I'll close the bracket. So here I'll have like 2 interactions as happening. Then we have the total lost opportunities. So here I'll say is equal to count if, and then I need to count how many I have lost. So that we have in the opportunities. So we have the status, it open, on hold, lost we have. So I'll completely select this over here and I'll give comma. So the condition is nothing but lost, right? So that's going to be the criteria. So I'll give enter. So here you can see 0 opportunities have been lost. Then high priority opportunities. So here also I'll use the counter formula. So how many high priority I just need to find out. So I'll just try to go to opportunities. So here I'll completely select the priority. I'll give comma and the criteria is going to be high. So I'll give that in the quotations and I'll press enter. So here I have 1 high priority opportunity I have. Then I have the potential deal value. So that's going to be equal to, so sum of the deal values. So I have in the opportunities, if I try to go, I'll just try to find the sum of this. So here is going to be the potential deal value. So I'll just try to have this as US dollars. I'll just try to format it. Next is we have the total account managers. So how many account managers we have? So the total account managers are nothing but it's equal to, so I'll say count A, I'll open the bracket. So here we have the account managers, right? So these are going to be account managers. So I'll just try to select it. So here I have all these details. So I can just try to select this and then maybe increase the size of these. Okay. So here we have all the key pointers on a CRM dashboard over here. Next is we can try to create some graphs. Like we have, you can see we have like opportunities, like the status, how many are on hold. So for all these things, we can just try to count how many status wise, stage wise, account manager wise, priority wise, we can just try to create different graphs. So to do that one, what I need to do is I just need to count first, right? So I'll say is equal to, so I'll say count if, and I'll open the bracket. So first is the status, right? So status, we have it over here. So I'll completely select the status over here and I'll give comma. So the criteria is going to be open. So that's the criteria. So I'll close the brackets. So here I'll do the absolute referencing. That is, the range is going to like to remain the same. So I'll just try to do absolute referencing. I'll press enter. So here we will get the value. So now I'll just try to drag it. So you can see I'll get how many open, how many are lost, everything I'll be easily able to get. Similarly for stage, if I want to do it, I'll say is equal to, I'll say count if, I'll open the brackets. So what I'll do is I need to just like select the range. So here for the stage I have over here. So I'll completely select it. I'll give comma and the criteria is going to be lead. So that's going to be the criteria. So I'll close the brackets. So here also, let me try to do the absolute referencing. So I'll do the absolute referencing. Now I'll just try to flash fill this for all the stage over here. So here you get what is going to be the stages like this. Then we have like the source. So let's do for source. I'll say is equal to, so count if, I'll open the brackets. So here I have the source, so I'll completely select it. I'll give comma and the criteria is going to be social media. So here also, let's try to do the absolute referencing. And I'll just try to completely flash fill this formula. So like this I have done. So now let's try to go and create a graph. So I'll select this one and I'll try to go and then insert a 2D column chart, let's say. So I'll right click this one and then I'll say move this chart to the dashboard. Okay, so I'll give okay. So here I've got the chart, you can see. So I'll just have the chart over here. So I can just try to increase the size of this particular chart and then place it over here. There's nothing but this stage, right? So this is the status. We have it. So here I'll try to have the chart title as client by status. So I'll just try to have it. So on hold, how many clients we have, we can easily find out. So also let's try to change the color of this to our theme colors. Some light colors, we'll just try to have it. So here we have the first graph. Next is we have the second graph, that is for stage wise. We have it, right? So I'll completely select this. I'll go to insert, and then even we can try to have a pie chart. So I'll just try to have a pie chart. So since we just have only two datas over here, so that's why it's like this. So I'll try to move the chart to the dashboard, and I'll give OK. So here I have the chart. So I'll just try to move the chart and keep it over here. So I'll have the chart title as client by stage. So in which stage they are there, we have it. So also we can just try to go and change the colors of this according to our theme colors. So here we have it. Next is we'll try to go and create another graph that is for the source. I'll completely select it, and let's try to go and insert to the bar chart. I'll move the chart to the dashboard sheet, and I'll give OK. So here we have the chart. So here I'll have the name as client by source, and also let's try to change the colors to this color. Okay, so here you can see like one from networking, one from website, others we don't have. So when you try to add more like data into the sheet, automatically the dashboard will keep on getting updated. So here we have found out the counting value, and then here we have created a chart and then moved the chart to the dashboard. So this is how actually you can just try to create a CRM tracker. So first we can like list down all the opportunities, then all the communication log we can just try to list down, and then we can try to like create a dashboard, so which keeps on updating when we try to add all these details. So I hope you would have understood how to actually create a simple CRM dashboard. So if you wish to use this particular CRM dashboard, I have given the link in the description. You can just try to go and download the CRM dashboard from there. Also, I have created multiple templates for small businesses like profit and loss statement, risk assessment, inventory tracker, and many more. So if you wish to use these templates, you can visit my website plrdeck.com and then download these templates from there. So the great thing about these templates is that they are available for both Google Sheet and Excel. It comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to edit these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.